Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the COMHOMA gaming desk. So this is actually a desk that I recently set up here in this space, and I just wanted to walk you through pretty much everything that I did with the desk in terms of assembly, some of the setup, my overall thoughts, and really just going through everything. So first off, you have a couple options with this desk. You can actually do this wood grain top, or you can also do a black top. So you have a couple options there that I noticed. You do have this optional extra piece that you can add towards the top here. So if you wanted to raise up the monitor height, this is essentially an extra piece. And if you do decide that you don't want to use this, you can simply remove it by unattaching the bolts. One really cool thing that they included with this is an extra power strip with two USB ports. So there's simply a plug that goes in here in the back, and you have your two USB ports and then your two extra power adapters here. I just have this going down into additional power outlet here down below. But if I had something that I wanted to plug in, or a USB device such as charging a phone, I could do that. You do have also an LED strip that this comes with that they actually recommend you install all across the back. We'll sort of demo this here at the end, but I wanted to give you some idea of everything that they include. In terms of setup and assembly, it was very easy. They label everything. So you can see here it has, this basically says the number 3, and all the pieces are labeled. This again was number 4 up here at this side, and it basically shows you in the directions everything that you need to know about going and setting this up. So I more or less assembled the right side piece. You also have the option, if you want to flip the desk in a different orientation, they give you that option as well. So in this example, right, I'd have this standing piece on the left side as opposed to currently where I have it on the right side. So you do have that option as well. In this particular instance, because we're putting the desk sort of in this corner, it made the most sense to do it this way. You also can move this shelf piece up a row if you want. So maybe if I wanted a little bit more height down here, I could potentially even put a computer tower on this lower shelf and then raise this up if I wanted to do that. It just comes with mainly hex bolts, and you have a small hex wrench. There was only a couple parts where I needed a screwdriver. So for example, doing that little outlet plug. You have this optional gray mat that also can be attached to the desk. So you can kind of use this as a pad to protect the wood, make sure you don't damage it, anything like that. If you're using a mouse keyboard, you have this. I didn't attach it yet, but it does include a 3M tape on the back. So this is going to stay adhesed pretty well, and you can see it's a perfect fit right in front of the monitor stand. Going through in terms of just the normal setup of this, you do want to make sure that the bolts are actually not completely tightened as you go through. The instructions were very detailed, very clear about how this all went together, and they even went over like installing the LED strip, installing little extras like this bar that goes across the back to add stability. Overall, the desk isn't like rickety. It feels very, very stable and solid. So, if for some reason, if you were like moving around a lot on it, doesn't feel like it's something that's going to, feel wobbly. You do have these large pieces that go across the base of all of the metal all the way around. So you could even adjust them if for some reason maybe your floor's uneven, you could kind of level things out that way. I didn't have any problems with any of the hardware or identifying anything. You do again have to make sure though when you're installing these boards that you just provide a little bit of space, because I had to kind of angle things in order to get the bolts in, and just making sure that when you attach all of these, you're going to see these plastic pieces down beneath, and you just want to make sure the line is straight with where the hole is, and that's essentially what the screw is going to go into. So overall, the height of this is perfect. You can see here we have a chair. If I just kind of pull this up, you can see sitting here, and again, I can adjust the height. This is actually set a little bit low. I'm pretty much going to sit down here, and this is like a really nice height. I have all this extra space here to store things, and then I really overall just love this wood grain. We'll do a little demo here as well of the LED strip. So you get a remote with this, and if you hit on, you can see it just has different colors. So I can rotate, there's like a blue, yellow, red, purple, and then you can even do different modes, times. So like this is like one of the modes that will flash and do different colors, and transition. This is a different mode, kind of does like a different pattern. So you have all these different options. You can change through the different modes, change the speed, and again, also set timers. So definitely a cool little perk if you want something like to highlight your desk or your space. But overall, I'm very, very happy with this desk. I love the flexibility of the shelf, and overall the extra space here really adds a nice touch. So anyway, thanks for checking out my video review. Hopefully you found it helpful, and I will talk to you later.